How you going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to change the filter on your Mini Diesel. This is a filter here. This is a Cooper WCF 198. Well, it's got two different ends on it, as you can see here. Well, let's go and get this fitted. On this 2013 R56 Mini model, the fuel filter is actually underneath this tray here. At the bottom of the fuel tank. So we've got quite a few 10mm nuts here all the way along this tray that go underneath the car, as you can see. In addition to that, we've also got a 10mm bolt here in this hole here, and then there is a T20 here just at the very end. I'll probably only remove half of this panel and that should give me access. So as I say, these are all 10mm. Now that we've gained access to the fuel filter, you'll notice here there's an electronic device here. This is actually a preheater for the fuel. So what we'll do is we'll just pull out this clip like so. If your fuel filter hasn't been changed in a while and this is stuck, just give it a quick spray with some penetrating fluid. Let it sit for a few moments and then it should come out easy enough. Just make sure, obviously, that this O-ring hasn't been damaged in any way. What you want to do is remove this little clip here. There should be two, but obviously somebody's took it out before and not replaced it. This strap here on the bottom of the fuel tank, we'll remove that. And that's two 13mm bolts. I'll now just use a flat blade screwdriver and disconnect the hose clip. I will now remove the hose. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that this slot here is at the front, because as you can see there, the slot is actually on the preheater. So I'll just slide the new filter in. I refit the circlip, followed by the electrical connection to the heater. Now it's just a case of removing the protective cover and then fitting the new and refitting the hose. I'll just put the pipe back in its holder, like so. And last but not least, I'll just put in these clips. Now it's just a case of priming the diesel pump and starting the car, turning the car over a few times. Once we get the car running, we'll obviously come back here and just make sure there's not any leaks here. Now, in order to prime the fuel system, after obviously changing out the filter, I'm going to have to put the ignition on and then plug in an OBD reader, and then we'll go into the special functions, and then I'll show you how to do that now. We'll do first of all is just get any of the faults cleared, just to make sure there's nothing there. BMW Cooper D. Okay, so we've got 153,000 kilometres, Mini Cooper D, automatic gearbox. We'll do a smart scan.
A few historic codes have come up, so all I'll do is just clear these.
Right, what I'll do is I'll go into special function, then I'll go to drive, and then bleeding the fuel system. The fuel pre-supply pump is continuously activated in the next test step. The activation must last for at least 3 minutes in order to adequately bleed the pre-supply system. Attention, the fuel tank must be sufficiently filled for this activation, at least a quarter, otherwise the electric fuel pump could be damaged. Continue. Ignore these faults and delete at the end of the diagnosis. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll go underneath the car and we'll have a check at the fuel. Hopefully you guys can pick that up, the noise that the lift pump is making inside the fuel tank. What I'm going to do is just make sure, check my connections here, make sure there's not any leaks. Same again here at the heater. See, everything's all good, and then I'll just make sure I've had these pipes off here because I've been doing some other jobs. The idle speed is increased and the rail pressure control is switched to pressure controlled in the next step. Run engine at idle speed. So I'll start the car now. So what I'll do now is I'll just check again for leaks, make sure everything's okay. So it's going to bleed the system now for 10 minutes. And as you can see, the revolutions are sitting at 2000. That's the computer that's doing that at the moment. And there you go, the bleeding procedure has finished. Stop engine. What I'm going to do is just make sure there's not any faults. Come back here, smart scan again. So, current glow plug cylinder 2 activation. I'm not going to worry about them. Just put it in. That's it, job done. And that's it guys, thanks very much for watching. Take care.